About 4 minutes.
Pretty good. You're live, John. Yep. We're going to have Gabe in the dunker spot. Just have Braden in the dunker spot. Now everybody's got to see if they can dunk. It's the thing to do. Go BS. About a minute and a half. Okay.
Did you guys get a new band teacher?
Do what?
A band instructor? Did you get a new band?
Yeah. Not sure where he is. It's Mr. Manning. That's not Mr. Manning over there. I don't know who that is.
He's kind of an older guy.
Yeah, a heavy set guy.
He's gone.
He's still here. I don't know where he is tonight.
He's still here, but he's not.
Yeah. Way.
This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, as we come to you tonight from Preston Gym as the Preston Indians will play host to the Pocatello Indians. This is Game 4 of the Southeast Idaho Conference Tournament as the Indians with a home court advantage tonight with the being the home team and winning the conference tournament. Now, should the Indians win tonight, they would move forward to the state tournament to be played next week. With a change this year, the games will be played at Rocky Mountain High School in Boise. If Pocatello wins, well, that would force a fifth and deciding game in the district tournament. That would be Saturday night at the Pit in Pocatello. Happy to be joined by Lyle Fuller here with us again this evening.
Yeah, good evening.
This matches up for a very good night of basketball.
Yeah, boy, some of us who came early saw a great game between Westside and Bear Lake, and now Preston and Pokey, rivals. What more could you want for an end of a season game? Pocatello coming off that huge win over Century to put them out for the season. So they come in with a little bit of momentum, but they have to beat us here on our home floor. So hopefully Preston will come out strong and protect the home floor like they've done so well under Coach Jones. Overall on the year, the Preston Indians are 16-6 with the win the other night against Century. Pocatello is now 16-7 on the year. And the two teams have split the two games they have played head-to-head so far this season. Yeah, the earlier game in the season up at Pocatello was maybe the low water mark of the year for this Preston team, certainly offensively. I think we only put up 32 points in that game, if I remember. So look for Preston to do better offensively than that. And when we played them here in that second game, the return game, Preston certainly played better than that offensively. But Pocatello's, they're a tough team. We know that, and they're a very capable team. That loss for Preston at Pocatello earlier this year, it snapped a 6-game win streak versus Pocatello for the Preston Indians. However, Preston still won 16 of the last 18 meetings overall, dating back to January of 2013. And if you go back to January of 2006, Preston has a 30-13 lead. And this is, of course, game number 44 dating back to 2006. Yeah, and Pocatello's coach, Joe Green, he was there for some glory years in Pocatello, and at that time I'm sure they were probably beating Preston pretty good. So, it's just one of those back and forth things, and boy, you play for, really, I think from Preston's standpoint, you play for all the marbles tonight. You don't worry about the what if, the if necessary game. Try to win it here, take care of it tonight, and don't worry about anything Saturday night. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll sit down and we'll visit with the head coach. Tyler Jones will be our guest as we continue on the pregame show right after this.
KACH, my local radio.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Are you worried about the safety of your home or business? Well, ChemDry of Northern Utah can help. Their new Micro Pro Shield service disinfects, then adds antimicrobial protection for up to 90 days. They use patented technology to create a layer of spikes on surfaces that mechanically kills microbes on contact for up to 3 months. Their hospital-grade disinfectant is EPA approved for use against SARS-CoV-2, the very cause of COVID-19. It's simply ideal for residential and commercial settings. If you'd like more information about their new Micro Pro Shield service and you're in Cache or Box Elder County, make sure you call today, 435-752-6100. That's 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
Tonight's pregame visit with the coach is brought to you by Rounds & Associates Insurance Services Incorporated, the local independent insurance agency offering you many different options for all of your insurance needs. Call for your competitive quote today at 208-852-20. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
KACH.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Tyler Jones, our guest, as we work our way down to hopefully it could be a championship game in the district tournament here tonight with a victory of tonight over the Pocatello Indians. You know, I watched the last few minutes of that game with Pocatello and Century. And I got to tell you, I was a little surprised that we're facing Pocatello tonight.
Yeah, we've talked all season about how, all three teams are really even and really good this year, and, only one's going to make it. And, that game, you play a team enough times, you're going to find a way to win. And Pocatello hung around, and then those last few minutes they stepped up and had guys make big shots, and tip their cap to them, and they're going to come down here with a lot of confidence with that win, and both times we played them in the season, they beat us up there. Our game down here was really tight, and they're a tough matchup for us. They're quick, they can shoot the ball well, they're explosive, and we're going to have our hands full tonight.
The one thing about watching Pocatello in that game at Century was their offense came from four main players, and they really didn't get the ball to anybody else much in the game.
Yeah, they got their big two, Payne and Bowie, and then, but when they get help from those other guys, Vaughn hit a few, Christensen hit a few, then it really makes them tough to guard, where they can shoot the ball, and they shoot so many threes with that. They'll attack and kick. So, if they're on and all of them are hitting, then they're really tough to beat.
Bowie's a tough matchup. How do you take care of him?
Him and Payne both, we got to try to just not give them the easy looks. They're going to get a lot of shots. They're really talented players, but we need to make them earn their baskets. We can't just give them the wide open threes and wide open lanes to the basket. So we need to contest their threes, stay in front of them best we can, and they're going to hit a few, but we can't. Like Payne had 29 the last time down here, and Bowie's had huge games all season. So if we can try to contain them a little bit and make other guys beat us, then, I like our chances.
I feel like I'm singing the same old song night after night, but especially against these guys, you got to stay out of foul trouble.
Yeah, no, I think that's a huge key tonight. The start, we need a good start so we can settle in. And then we got to keep our studs on the floor. We got to have Braden out there. We got to have Cole. Those guys need to be on the court. If they're sitting by me, then, that's a big advantage to Pocatello. So definitely got to stay out of foul trouble.
A big message for tonight is you really don't want to have to go and play at Pocatello on Saturday.
No, this is where we want to be, district championship. One win away from, punching your ticket. We're on our home court. We've been really good at home, and we want to win tonight. We don't want to have to travel to the pit and play them again on their court. So it's a big night for us.
Best of luck, and hopefully when we can punch that ticket tonight, we'll talk to you one way or the other after the game.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Tyler Jones with us here on the pregame show. We'll take a timeout, back with more right after this.
KACH.
This month, our nation celebrates two great presidents. At West Motors, they celebrate February with their President's Day event all month long. This month, you'll find prices we're celebrating on all Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles at West Motor in Preston and Logan. Pricing so low, you'll want to stand up and salute. March on in and feel the power of a Ram, the comfort of a Chrysler, the dependability of a Jeep, and the family-friendly Dodge vehicles. Celebrate with win-win deals all month long during the President's Day event at West Motor in Preston and Logan.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
The keys to tonight's game are brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For farm, auto, home health, and life from Mutual of Enumclaw, nobody cares like we do. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State, Suite A.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Welcome back here on the pregame show. It's the Preston Indians and the Pocatello Indians coming up here in just a couple of minutes from here at Preston High School. Time to take a look at the keys to tonight's game. Lyle Fuller, what are the important points tonight to bring out a Preston win?
I think for Preston to win tonight, Dan, we need to see good talking and discipline on defense. They like to spread you out, drive you. Preston needs to talk. They need to switch. They have to communicate and rotate and stop those drives to the basket. Offensively, cut down on the turnovers. When Preston's done really well this year on offense, they've been able to contain those turnovers and keep that number low. I think if the Indians can do that and try to work the ball inside, use that size advantage, I like our chances tonight.
You know, in that pregame interview, Coach Jones, of course, mentioned a couple of people, Julian Bowie and Ryan Payne. You got to figure out some way to stop them.
They're both just really good players. Payne, they list him at 6'1", but I'd put him at 6'3", probably. Great outside shooter, good athlete, and Bowie, we know, is a freshman, already been offered by Idaho State for basketball. So he's an up-and-comer, and he's certainly very capable as well. And I think on those guys, you just know where they are. You're aware of them. You put pressure on them. You make them take tough shots, make them work to get their points.
Some of the other games going on around the area before this game here tonight. Bear Lake beat Westside by 3 points thanks to a last-second three-pointer by the Bears. Other games, it's Burley at Jerome tonight. Twin Falls is playing at Minico. Valley View is taking on Columbia. Bishop Kelly is at Middleton. Hillcrest tonight taking on Skyline. Snake River is taking on Sugar Salem, and Rigby is going up against Thunder Ridge. Here at Preston Gym, it's the Preston Indians and the Pocatello Indians. We invite you to stay tuned. All the excitement of Preston Indians basketball is coming up next.
KACH.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
a proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
It's time for Preston Indians basketball. The Indians have won 4 Idaho State 4A titles in the last 5 years and look to keep building on what has become a championship tradition. Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Tonight's game is made possible through an agreement between Preston High School and Cook Brothers Broadcasting and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast of this game in whole or in part without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. And once again, a very pleasant good evening, everybody, as we come to you tonight from Preston Gym. Dan Hubbard along with Lyle Fuller. John Beverly back in the studio as our engineer. John Slaughter tonight on camera as we bring you tonight's game. It boils down to simply this. Preston wins. They go to the state tournament for the 6th year in a row.
Yeah, it'd be great to book that ticket tonight, Dan.
So here we go. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Pocatello Indians. It's their do-everything freshman Julian Bowie, who averages 15 points a game against in the 2 games against Preston this year. It's also Matt Christensen, the 6-foot junior, had 10 points the other night in the win over Century. Brevin Vaughn, the 6-foot senior, great point guard, had 11 against Century. Ryan Payne, 6'1 junior, very dangerous player, probably their best player all around on the floor. And Hunter Killian, the 6'1 junior, who averages 2 points a game this year against the Preston Indians. Now the starting lineup for the winners of the state title 4 out of the last 5 years. For the Preston Indians, Stephen Roberts, averaging right about 3 points a game for the junior point guard. Becker Knapp has had big games of late for Preston. In fact, he had 13 in the win last week against Century. Cole Harris, the senior, starting his 50th game in a row for the Indians here tonight. Brendan Hess, the man in the middle, the senior, one of 3 Preston players who average over double figures a game on the year. And finally, Gabe Hammonds, the senior outside shooter, averaging 15.5 points a game overall on the year. And in the 2 games against Pocatello, averaging 18 points a contest. We're going to need every one of those tonight.
Yeah, like to see Gabe get off to a hot start. We've talked about how he can kind of be streaky at times. If we can get him going early, that bodes well offensively for the Indians.
So for those listening on KACH here in the first quarter, Preston will be going from right to left across your radio dial. They come out dressed in their white, trimmed in blue. Pocatello in red tonight with white numbers and letters across the chest that spell out Pocatello.
Remember, they're changing their colors and name next year. They'll become the Thunder.
Yep.
So here we go. Hess controls the tap and tips it to Cole Harris. Cole brings the ball up into the front court. We'll go over on the left side as it comes to Roberts. Roberts back up top to Cole. Cole wants to drive, puts his head down, goes around Killian and lays it in.
Great start there, right to the hoop.
Vaughn up into the front court, gives it off to Bowie. Stands in three-point country as it comes back here to Ryan Payne, top of the key. Now back to Bowie again. Bowie takes it down toward the corner. He'll give it off to Vaughn, back across the top of the key to Christensen. Now back to Payne as it's Becker Knapp to get a hand on that pass.
A lot of pressure.
Knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, Preston, a lot of pressure on that defensive stand.
They lob it into the backcourt as it comes into Payne. Very cute story, interesting story about Payne we'll try to get to tonight and exactly why he wears the number 11. As it comes to Christensen, back over on the far side to Vaughn, across the top of the key, back to Christensen again. Still can't get a shot, and they got to bring the ball way outside again, back to Julian Bowie. Drives, free throw line, still can't get a shot. Kick it off to Christensen in the paint. Nice pass down low to Vaughn. Now to Killian in the corner for three. No, as the Hammonds with great position inside has the rebound. Great defensive work by the Preston Indians to keep Pocatello from scoring on that possession. Harris wants to drive, tries to bounce it inside. Bowie got a hand on it, but Cole able to get it back. They'll get it to Roberts now and set up the offense. As it comes back to Hammonds. Hammonds stands left side, free throw line extended, wants to drive, takes a pretty good body shot. Now turns left, looks back inside, nothing there. Back outside to Roberts. As he'll give it to Hess. Tries to drive right baseline, gets cut off and forces it inside. And luckily it's knocked away by Killian and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, not very good spacing there on that one. When the offensive guys are too close together, so's the defense and the man-to-man, and both teams come out in the man-to-man defense here.
Roberts will bring it in from under his own hoop. Gets it in to Hammonds, a three from the right side. So just a tick short, but Hess able to grab the rebound. Covers it up like a mother hen, and then a reach-in foul on Killian.
There's that size advantage.
The ball comes, will stay with Preston underneath their own basket. They lead 2-0. Not quite 2 minutes into the game as they lob it into Harris. Cole wants to drive. Gets caught up in a crowd, goes back to Hammonds again. Another three from the right side, that's no good. Killian has that rebound as he gives it off to Payne, back up in the front court. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to Killian, all the way, layup, and what do we got? Charger block.
Should be a charge, let's see. What's the call?
Yes, it will be a charging foul on Killian. That's 2 on Hunter. So they're going to get Killian out with 2, and Jackson Williams, the 6'3 junior, is going to come in.
Yeah, Williams gives them more heft, more bulk in the post.
In the 2 games against Preston, Williams averages 7.5 points a game. Roberts up into the front court. Comes over to Hammonds. Gabe wants to drive, gets cut off, high off the glass and in. Gabe has his first 2 points tonight.
Pretty high degree of difficulty down on that shot.
He had 22 in the first meeting against Pokey at the pit earlier this year. Christensen back outside, it comes to Payne. Payne over on the right side to Vaughn. He'll give it off to Williams and cut through. It comes back to Payne now. Bounce pass back to Williams is bad, however, ends up back in the hands of Vaughn. Reverse layup is good. Boy. Got a little lucky there.
Yeah.
Harris up into the front court. Comes to Roberts. Coach Jones yelling for them to run the offense as we got a offensive foul away from the ball.
Probably Hess, yeah, they got Braden.
Hess inside, called for the foul. That can't happen much as it's going to be Rhett Larson coming into the game to replace Hess. So the 3 fouls called in the game so far have all been on the big guys inside.
Right. Yeah, we know Williams for Pokey likes to play physical, kind of push in there, and Hess got caught up in that game.
Yeah, he is a pusher and a shover, that's for sure. Back top of the key, Bowie doesn't take the 3. This is a 2 Larson goes down, but Roberts able to still get to the ball. Here comes Steve up the floor, shoots over Vaughn, short, and Vaughn's got the rebound, or Payne rather has the rebound. Payne comes back the other way, back up to the front court. Christensen in the corner gets cut off as he tries to go baseline, back to Vaughn, lay it up and get the hoop and the foul. And he's tied the game. He can give his team the lead as he goes to the free throw line.
Yeah, the smallest guy on the floor just drove the lane and nobody rotated over to stop that drive.
Stephen Roberts draws the foul. That's his first. And in a 4-4 tie, here's Brevin Vaughn to the free throw line. And it's good. He hits it. And for the first time tonight, Pocatello has the lead at 5-4.
Yeah, looks like we got Traeger Shumway in for Roberts now at the guard line.
That's normal. He usually comes in about halfway through the quarter. As Shumway goes to Harris. Free throw line extended right. Gets cut off and double teamed. Down on the block, it goes to Larson. Kick it back outside to Hammonds. Gabe drives, pull-up jumper, offensive foul on Hammonds.
You get a push-off on the drive. They said he was using that off arm to clear the defender.
Officials calling it very tightly so far here in the first 4 minutes. That's 3 team fouls against Preston of the 5 fouls called here in the game. First time tonight, Preston shows backcourt pressure as they get it to Vaughn. Vaughn back to Bowie up into the front court. Now back to Payne, I should say. Backdoor, Williams lay it up and in. 3-point lead for Pokey. Larson inside, splits the gap and lays it in. Rhett got the ball and 2 defenders just flew by and got a layup.
Good find by Cole Harris, assist to Cole.
1-point game, Pocatello on top. They double team trap. It comes to Payne. Payne wants to drive down low, reverse layup inside, no good. And the shot put up there by Jensen. Back outside to Bowie. Jumper from the left elbow is good. Bowie gets on the scoreboard. Pocatello's lead is 3 again, 6-9. Shumway backs up into the front court. Cole pops up to the right elbow to receive the pass. Give it back to Hammonds. Hammonds in the right corner, comes back to Cole. Now they give it back to Shumway. Shumway wants to drive. That'll be a reach on Williams. That's his first. Team fouls are 3 apiece now here with 2:58 to play in quarter number 1. Larson to Shumway, almost intercepted. As Traeger has it, top of the key, he'll give it off to Hammonds. Hammonds drives, pull up, jumper, good.
Hokies fans wanted another push-off on the drive on that one. Don't get it.
Back to within 1 point again. Lead for Pocatello, 9-8. As Vaughn up into the front court, wants to drive, goes in the corner. Jensen for 3 is off the side of the board. Larson with the rebound. Gets it ahead to Shumway, and it's poked away from behind. Good hustle play by Jensen. He missed the shot so badly and then came back and made a great defensive play to get the ball back.
Yeah, a lot of times you see a kid foul when out of frustration when they do that. Good job not to foul.
So I was going to say Preston has the ball as Jensen stepped out of bounds, knocked the ball away, but thought he'd steal it too on the inbounds pass. As it comes into Hammonds, 8-foot jumper off the glass, no good. Jensen has the rebound. As they get it off to Vaughn, hustles the ball up into the front court. Williams in the right corner, now wants to drive, goes around Larson, layup, no. Rhett there to get the position and the rebound. Back to Shumway, hurries up the floor all the way, back to Knapp for the layup. Knapp has got his first points of the game, and Preston retakes the lead at 10-8.
Good job by Larson to create a miss, then rebound it and get it out on the outlet.
Pokey up into the front court. Comes back to Vaughn. Vaughn wants to drive and traveled. Yep. He drug that back foot trying to get stopped. And it'll be a turnover here against Pocatello as Julian Bowie comes back in. And it's Jensen who goes out. So with a 10-9 lead, Hammonds and the Indians bring the ball back up the floor. Larson out top. Holds it in the 3-point area. Back to Hammonds, a 3 from the right side. Good again. His first one tonight. He had 3 threes in the game the other night against Century, part of his 17 points that led the team in scoring. 13-9. Look out, back door, nobody watching, and he missed the layup. Christensen was so open, he missed it.
Yeah, wide open. Wow.
Hammonds pulls up from the elbow. That's no good. Long bounce comes off to Williams and a foul in the backcourt. This is probably against Gabe. It was all over him. No, it's going to go against Harris.
Yeah.
I'll take that instead of the foul against Hammonds. Kate Jensen's going to come back in, and now Ryan Payne is going to come to the sidelines. 13-9, Preston on top. And with 1:13 to play here in quarter number one, as Bowie up into the front court. Wants to drive, gets cut off.
Good defense by Brecker, but
Brecker's just riding him on his back. That's his first. 15 foul against Preston. That's a really heads-up play by Bowie. He knew Brecker was behind him, so he slowed down almost to a stop.
Yeah.
So Brecker would run up his back.
Yeah, he kind of sensed or felt the defender, and then caused that foul, drew that foul. But Brecker started out on Payne. Now Payne's back in, and Brecker's been on him and shut him down so far in this quarter.
So they get it into Bowie in the backcourt. 1 minute to play here in the first. Comes back to Payne, and a good defensive play by Cole Harris to tap it out of bounds.
Harris has drawn the defensive assignment on Bowie in this man-to-man.
56 seconds to play here in quarter number one. Bowie will bring it in, baseline front court, as it's Christensen to come and get it. Three-pointer from the corner is good.
Well executed play by Pokey. They set a screen and got Christensen an open look.
11-12, or I should say 13-12, Preston on top. Christensen has already surpassed his point total in the first two games against Preston with that three-pointer. Down low it goes to Knapp, and he's fouled trying to go up. They get this on Bowie? Yes, they did. First foul tonight on Jillian.
Good find by Rhett Larson. Rhett's really given some good minutes here in this first quarter in relief of Hess.
So here's Brecker Knapp to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Brecker is 67%er, maybe knocks down the first. The way Preston has shot free throws the last couple of games, they've worked themselves back up to a good solid 70% as a team, as the second one is just a hair short by Knapp, taken away by Pokey up into the front court. Payne, top of the key with 27 seconds to play. Back over in the corner, Christensen for another three is too long. Tapped by Larson, but he tapped it to Knapp with 20 seconds to play. Brecker up into the front court, drives against Bowie. Back outside to Shumway for three. No good. Long rebound is off and touched there. Christensen able to save it on the floor, but it's going to be off of Payne and give it to Preston with 9.6 left in the quarter.
Good hustle by Preston. They got to that 50-50 ball, come out with an extra possession, 9.6 seconds to go.
Knapp will bring it in. Hammonds pops out to receive it, top of the key. Comes to Shumway, clock runs down to 5. Larson, top of the key. Hammonds on the left side, 3 from the corner, he's short again. As that's the way the clock runs out, and Preston will have a 2-point lead here at the end of the first quarter. Done with one, it's Preston 14, Pocatello 12, second quarter right after this.
KACA.
Regardless of which insurance company you use, when you add a teen driver to your vehicle policy, your rates increase. This is Cheryl Kimball with Naylor Insurance in Preston. If you've got teen drivers, you need to know about the rate-saving plan offered through Mutual of Enumclaw Insurance. Teen Smart is an 8-hour program that, once completed, will lower your rates and make your teen a better driver. Savings and increased safety. It's a win-win. Call us today, 208-852-08.
The second quarter of tonight's game is sponsored by Webb Funeral Home, 1005 South 8th East.
Webb Funeral Home, established in Preston in 1925, has served the needs of Franklin County families and their neighbors for several generations. Now in their modern new full-service facilities just off Highway 91 south of Preston, Webb Funeral Home continues to offer caring and professional services to all residents of the area in their time of need. Funeral directors Douglas Webb, Ron Smaley, and Jordan Webb, along with aftercare specialist Jody Rasmussen, thank you for your trust in them and welcome your questions and concerns anytime. A message from your friends at Webb.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Pocatello will have the ball to start the second quarter. Preston leads by 2, 14-12. As it comes to Bowie up into the front court. As Payne has it, gets it back to Bowie. A long three from straight away is short. Hess back into the game, has the rebound. Give it off to Harris. As Drew Jones also into the game. That'll be a blocking foul against Payne. That'll be his first.
Cole, strong drive. Looked clean up high, but he got him on the body. Hip check.
Cole Harris will now go to the free throw line. Here's that story I talked about Ryan Payne. He wanted to go to high school with his best friend. Well, his best friend goes to Century, and his parents applied and appealed, trying to get them to allow him to go to Century, even though he lives in the Pocatello district.
Right.
Well, eventually, the school district said no, and so he and his best friend decided, okay, let's wear the same number so we can remain friends. His friend is number 11 on the Century basketball team, Bruin Fleischman.
Yeah. Of course, that school district had open enrollment when they were little kids, but then they went to you have to go to your geographic area high school system, and so Payne ended up at Pokey and Fleischman at Century. As Cole Harris goes 1 for 2 from the line.
And opens the lead back up to 3 as Payne drives off the glass and makes it. Hit shot over Hess. Payne with his first 2 points in the game. It's back to a 1-point game again, 15-14. Shumway down the middle, wide open, lay it in. Nobody stopped the ball.
The parting of the Red Sea, Shumway.
Absolutely. Bowie looks at a 3 from the right side. Good.
Somehow he got lost in the transition. Wide open 3 for Bowie, hits it.
And we're tied at 17. So Harris walks the ball up into the front court, a minute into quarter number 2, and a blocking foul on Williams. And Joe Green, the head coach for Pocatello, is going to go apoplectic over here on the sidelines. That's the second on Williams, 16 fouls on Pocatello, so Preston will shoot free throws the remaining 6 minutes and 59 seconds of the quarter.
And looks like Drew Jones also in the game for the Indians.
So the ball comes into Shumway in this 17-17 tie. Jones up top. Jones has certainly proven his worth the last couple of games here at the varsity level.
Yeah, brings ball handling, shooting, passing.
Into the corner it goes to Hammonds, blocked by Bowie, out of bounds. That'll get Matt Christensen back into the game. And Mac Evans, the sophomore who was in just for a short time, comes out for Pocatello.
So Preston will keep the ball, inbounds under their own basket here.
Shumway waiting, looking, finally gets it into Harris. Tried to get it down inside, and he threw it off the leg of Payne. Bowie picks it up into the front court. Now he wants to drive on Cole in the corner to Christensen for 3. Good.
Well, it's a high arcing shot by Christensen. He nails it.
He has a pair of 3s in the game. That one's put up inside. Cole Harris able to get 2 of those points back. And it's 20-19. Preston still trails by a point. Another 3 from the corner. This one short by Christensen. And here come the Indians. 5 on 3 down the floor, and it's knocked away from behind.
Yeah.
Good play by Vaughn from behind to stop the jailbreak. As Knapp's going to come in, Shumway will come out. Jones thought it was him that was going to be coming out, and he started to take a step toward the bench. And then Brecker said, no, it's not you. 20-19, Pocatello leads, 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
KACA.
If you think buying a car is hard, stressful, and it takes a long time, you haven't shopped at West Motor in Preston and Logan. We've got a large selection of quality new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles to choose from. Because we offer great pricing and the buying process is simple, we also have a large inventory of used vehicles to choose from. Buy your next vehicle from a dealership that has provided customers a stress-free, quick, and reliable buying process for decades. West Motor in Preston and Logan. Stop in today or visit us online at westmotorcompany.com.
West Motor Company.
KACH.
We want to welcome all those watching on mylocalradio.com tonight. As you get a look at the score, Pocatello leading by a point with 6:09 to play here in the first half. It's 20-19.
Yeah, entertaining game here. Both teams playing with a great deal of energy, passion, enthusiasm.
Preston will have the ball after the timeout. Drew Jones will bring it in front court underneath their own basket. Looking, got to get it in, Drew, as the pass finally comes in, and somehow it ends up in the hands of Brecker Knapp, drives and hits it.
Wow. I don't know how Brecker pulled that off.
I don't either.
Caught the ball with 3 guys around him, then shot it and made it with 3 guys around him.
Preston back on top, 21-20. Payne drives back to Bowie, top of the key, dribbles behind his back, wants to drive, fall away jumper, will not go down, as that'll be last touched by Hess out of bounds. Cade Jensen's lucky they didn't call a foul for coming over Hess's back.
Yeah, really tough shot there by Bowie that didn't go, and Hess was just a little too deep right under the hoop, couldn't corral the rebound.
Payne brings it in, looking, finally gets it in outside to Vaughn. Vaughn back to Christensen, drives right side, good pass down low to Jensen for the easy layup. Jensen has his first 2 points, and it puts Pokey back in the lead again, our 5th lead change here in the first half. Hess driving, splits the gap, throws it up toward the basket. Harris caught it in midair, then hit it off the bottom of the rim as it comes back to Payne. Pulls up, 3-pointer, no good. As Hess there with the rebound up high for Preston. Back to Harris, end-to-end flow we go. As it goes back to Hammonds, pull-up jumper, no, won't go down for him. Knapp fights for the rebound, but it's taken away there by Christensen. He'll give it back to Bowie in the backcourt as we go under 5.5 to play here in the first half. Christensen comes across the key, throws it over to Vaughn on the left side, and he wants to drive, and he's held by Drew Jones. That's 6 team fouls now on Preston, so both teams will be in the 1-and-1 for the remaining 5:20 of the half as Bowie leaves and Mac Evans comes back in here for Pocatello.
Shumway will circle in for Jones.
As the inbounds pass comes all the way in the backcourt, and Payne going back to chase it down. Into the front court with a 1-point lead is Pocatello. Comes back to Vaughn. Vaughn back to Christensen, now wants to drive, 14-foot jumper, no good. Harris had it, almost lost it and dropped it out of bounds, but he's able to get it back. Quickly up into the front court as it goes to Knapp and off his hands and out of bounds.
Yeah, if that pass could have been completed, Knapp was right there to try to lay it in, but just couldn't find the handle.
5 minutes exactly to play here in the first half. Jensen in the backcourt gives it off as it comes to Payne. Payne will walk the dribble up into the front court as Brecker Knapp meets him as he comes across the timeline. Against Knapp, crosses over a couple of times, goes over in the corner, back down low. Jensen's layup is no good. Harris has the rebound there for Preston. Here comes the Indians again on the run. Harris all the way, scoop it up, no good. Hess with it down low, is pushed in the back, gets the hoop and the horn. Silly foul by Cade Jensen. Should have just given him the layup down low instead of just pushed him with 2 hands in the middle of the back.
Yeah, and good strength by Braden to power that up and in despite the contact.
So Hess will go to the free throw line as Preston retakes the lead again at 23-22. As Hess misses the free throw, the ball is tapped outside and ends up in the hands of Brevin Vaughn. Vaughn gives it off to Payne up into the front court. Bowie, a long three is an air ball. As good work there by Vaughn, able to fly out of bounds and then throw it off of the shoulder of Shumway and out of bounds.
Yeah, just a great hustle play there by Vaughn, saved the possession for Pokey.
Payne brings it in from underneath. Bowie in the left corner, pulls up from there, shoots over Harris. That's an air ball, way too long. Knapp has it, gives it back to Cole. Quickly back up to the front court. Hammonds has it, drives again, and a reach-in foul. That's going to be 1-and-1 for Cole as he'll go to the free throw line.
Or Gabe, rather, yeah.
Or I should say for Gabe. Brevin Vaughn called for the foul. That's his first, team's 8th. So here's Gabe Hammonds at the free throw line. Game with 7 so far already here tonight. And the first one calls in over the front lip. In the 2 games against Pocatello this year, Gabe has averaged 18 a game, and he had that season high game against Pokey of 22 in the first meeting. But that was not his season high. His season high was 25 in the first game of the year at Burley.
Yeah.
Payne up into the front court, gives it off to Bowie, who wasn't looking, bounced it off his shoulder, but he's able to corral it, get it back in the corner. 3-pointer by Evans, no good, too long. Shumway had it. Vaughn reached in to pick it out and throw it away, and then a holding foul in the backcourt.
Loose ball foul. Brecker Knapp alertly grabbing the loose ball. Gets fouled.
Christensen draws the foul, his first. That's 9 now on Pocatello, and send Brecker Knapp to the free throw line. Preston up by 3. First one's no good. He missed the front end. As Payne has the rebound, he'll push up into the front court. Almost lost it, able to go back and get it. Bowie looks at another long 3, too long. Knapp has the rebound. He'll give it off to Harris. Those 3-pointers by Bowie, they're from well outside the arc.
Yeah, he's not constrained by where the line is. He's well behind it.
Bounce it inside on the block. It goes to Harris. Wants to turn inside. Gets cut off, so he'll bounce it back outside to Shumway. Shumway works there against Evans. He'll pull the ball back out. Now Cole Harris comes back out to get it. 3:10 to play in the half. Cole drives down low. Dish it off to Knapp, who missed the layup. The ball which bounced back outside to Shumway. He takes a 3 and hits it.
Boy, that was huge, Dan. Could have been a big momentum swing. Brecker misses a dunk, but Shumway with a 3.
Here comes Payne, whip it back outside to Vaughn. Top of the key, doesn't shoot it. Gives it back to Payne, free throw line extended left. Back to Vaughn, it goes in the left corner. Drives against Shumway, still can't get in position to shoot. So he'll give it back to Evans, who drives the paint, throws it up to the basket and threw it in. No foul on the play. 28-24, Preston leads. 2.5 to play here in the first half. Here comes Harris, and that's a charging foul against Cole.
So that'll be 2 on Cole? So
yes. That's 7 now against the team. As Drew Jones comes back in, Cole Harris will leave with 2 fouls with 2:28 to play here in half number 1.
Yeah. Of course, Pokey doesn't shoot on the player control foul. Otherwise, it would be a 1-and-1 for them.
Exactly. So Ryan Payne will bring the ball back up into the front court. Payne whips it across court. It goes to Vaughn. He'll take the long 3 again. Way too long. Inside, Christensen with a rebound and a holding foul before the shot. It would be 1-and-1, but who's the foul on?
I think they got Hess.
Yes,
yeah,
they did.
I think we'll see Rhett Larson will come in, set 2 on Hess.
Rhett had good minutes in the first quarter tonight. The plus here for Rhett is that he doesn't have to try to guard Titan Fletchman.
Right.
He matches up much better inside with Pocatello as Christensen makes the first of the 1-and-1. That makes it 28-25. Preston still leads by 3, and now Christensen will try the second. Made them both. 2-point lead for Preston. Shumway up into the front court. Hesitates, and Bowie pops out on him, so he has to pull the ball back out, and they'll set up the offense. As Hammonds cuts across, comes over on the left side, receives the pass, wants to drive baseline, gets cut off inside. Oh, great move for the layup.
They thought he was going to pull up for that 10-footer like he's done, but he just kept going right to the hoop.
Lead back out to 4 again at 30-26. As Vaughn has it in the left corner. Works against Jones. Back outside. Oh, bad pass. That's a backcourt violation, absolutely. Vaughn threw it to where he thought Payne was going, and Payne broke the other way.
Yeah, and Preston didn't touch it. There was no touch, so backcourt violation.
1:39 to play here in the half. Preston leads 30-26. Shumway receives the pass in the backcourt. Comes back across the timeline as Vaughn stands and watches. To Larson, top of the key. Back outside to Shumway. Whip it down low, back to Knapp. Put it up and won't go down, but he's fouled.
Boy, too bad.
Foul will be on Jensen, his second shooting foul. So Brecker Knapp will go to the line to shoot 2. Brecker just found himself too far underneath.
Yeah, it looked like he maybe could have used backboard. Oh, rolls in a free throw. Good job.
That one bounces around and falls in. Brecker's got 6 here in the first half, and the Preston lead back out to 5 as Drew Jones comes back onto the floor as Brecker makes them both.
Nice soft touch at the line, rolled them both in.
Nick Nielsen comes in here for Pocatello. The 5'11 senior, Kate Jensen, will go back to the bench. 32-26, Preston up 6, 1:20 to play here in the first half. Payne across the timeline, drives against Knapp, stumbles, and they're going to call a holding foul on Brecker.
Yeah.
Just because the guy loses his balance and almost falls down, it's not a holding foul. That's 2 on Knapp.
So Steve Roberts will spell him for the rest of the half.
So here's Ryan Payne to the free throw line. Payne lit up Preston back here at Preston Gym earlier this year. At game 26, but he missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Larson with the rebound, gives it off to Hammonds, who walks the dribble up into the front court. Gabe comes to Jones. Free throw line extended left. Back to Larson up top. As Larson being harassed there by Nielsen, will give it back to Roberts as we go under a minute to play here in the first half. Clock runs down to 50 seconds to play. Shumway down to Roberts. Good backdoor look, and Stevens got the layup. 34-26, the lead grows to 8, the biggest of the game for Preston. Payne drives, doesn't shoot, gives it off to Christensen. He will. That three-pointer is no good. Roberts has the rebound with 30 seconds to play in the half. To Larson. Larson will give it back to Roberts, who will now bring the ball back up into the front court. And a timeout called by Coach Drew Jones and the Preston Indians. A 30-second timeout with 25 seconds left in the quarter. We'll be right back.
KACA.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
So Preston, who's outscored Pocatello 20-14 in the quarter, they will still have the ball with 25 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, you assume they're going to try to hold for one shot here.
Hammonds will bring it in front of the Pocatello bench. Gets it into the backcourt as it comes to Shumway. They have their shooters on the floor. Shumway, top of the key, works against Payne. Pocatello comes out to defend those shooters as it comes to Roberts in the corner. Gets it back along the sidelines, taken away, but Payne stepped out of bounds. 11 seconds now left.
So you want to go with about 6 or 7 seconds to give yourself time to get an offensive rebound if you miss your shot.
They can get it into Larson, back to Shumway, drives top of the key with 9, 8, now down to 7. Hammonds top of the key with 5, with 4, comes around the screen, 2, 1, not going to get the shot off. Nope. As they try to dish it down low for a layup by Roberts after the buzzer, and Preston will have to settle for the 8-point lead as we're done with the first half. You get a look at the scoreboard for those watching on mylocalradio.com, and we invite you to stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction halftime report coming up right after this timeout.
KACA.
This month, our nation celebrates 2 great presidents. At West Motors, they celebrate February with their President's Day event all month long. This month, you'll find prices we're celebrating on all Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles at West Motor in Preston and Logan. Pricing so low, you'll want to stand up and salute. March on in and feel the power of a Ram, the comfort of a Chrysler, the dependability of a Jeep, and the family-friendly Dodge vehicles. Celebrate with win-win deals all month long during the President's Day event at West Motor in Preston and Logan.
Hi, everybody. It's Dan Hubbard for ChemDry of Northern Utah. Not too long ago, we found ourselves really needing to have our carpets cleaned. Dirt, stains, pet hair, and remnants of all those chemicals trying to melt snow from last winter had our carpets looking dull, dingy, and ugly. We called Teresa and Daryl at ChemDry of Northern Utah, and in a very short time, they had our carpets looking like new.
Not only did they clean our carpets, but they got up all that leftover pet hair to the point where you couldn't tell that we had pets in the house at all. It was like we had brand new carpets all over again. So if you live anywhere in Cache County or in Box Elder County, call Teresa and Darrell at ChemDry of Northern Utah at 435-752-6100 and let them take care of your carpets. You won't be disappointed. We weren't. 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern.
The Halftime Report is sponsored by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Call 435-232-18.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information. 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction. 435-232-18.
KACH.
Welcome back. We're at halftime. As you look at the district champion Preston Lady Indian cheer squad on the floor performing here at halftime. As the first half, Lyle Fuller, referees called it very tightly, but Preston made the most of it, and they have an 8-point lead at the break.
A lot of our key guys spent time on the bench with 2 fouls in that half, but good minutes and good points off the bench. Preston stayed the course, and I thought really did a nice job in that second quarter of rebounding the ball and trying to work it inside on offense to open up a little bit of the lead here going into halftime.
Talked about in the pregame, how do you stop Bowie and Payne? Well, they did a pretty good job.
So far in the first half, they've just played them straight up man-to-man. Cole Harris has started on Bowie and Brecker Knapp on Payne and done a really pretty good job on those guys. Neither one of them are really hurting us from the scoring column here in that first half.
So Preston ended up scoring a total of 20 points in the second quarter and have 34 in the first half so far here tonight. And for Preston, fairly balanced scoring. Gabe Hammonds led the scoring, but Knapp and Harris also with big first halves.
Yeah, good contribution off the bench from Shumway and Larson. And, everybody that came in gave them minutes in some way or another that were pretty good. One thing that really hurt Century the other night is only 4 players scored for Century, and that loss to Pocatello. A balanced scoring attack certainly helps you out.
Absolutely. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the stats from the first half. We'll do all that as we continue right after this timeout.
KACH.
If you feel like your bank works against you, we invite you to move your accounts to Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. We work for you, not against you. Serving Southeast Idaho for over 65 years, we offer totally free checking with cash back rewards, 0 fees credit cards, low auto loan rates, and excellent customer service. Visit today, 311 South Highway 91, Preston. Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Here, the advantage is yours. Equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Well, let's check the stat sheet as the Fidels perform at the court. They're here at the halftime break. Let's see how we got to this point here at halftime with Preston leading 34-26. For Pocatello, Julian Bowie had 5 points in the first half, including 1 3-point shot. Mac Evans off the bench, the sophomore, had 2. Matt Christensen had a pair of threes and finished the first half with 8. Brevin Vaughn had 3. Ryan Payne only with 2 in the first half. Kate Jensen also had 2. And Jackson Williams all had 2 before he picked up his 2 fouls and went back to the bench. In the first half, Pocatello was 2 of 3 from the free throw line, and they also made 3 threes in the first half, Lyle.
Taking a look at the scoring for Preston, Dan. First of all, from a team standpoint, the Indians go 11 out of 19 on 2-point field goal attempts, 2 for 5 on threes, and 6 out of 10 on the free throw line. Individual scoring, Gabe Hammonds leads the Indians in that first half with 11. Braden Hess has 2. Cole Harris has 5. Brecker Knapp with 7. Roberts with 2. Shumway with 5 off the bench. And Larson with 2 off the bench. Drew Jones did not score in that second quarter. And that wraps up the scoring for the Indians. After being ahead 14-12 at the end of 1, they come out with a 20-point second quarter and go up 34-26 at the half.
Tonight's game is brought to you by West Motors in Preston and in Logan as they celebrate the birthdays of 2 great presidents this month with the President's Sale for a new Ford, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep, or Dodge truck. There's only one destination. Go to West Motors Ford in Preston and in Logan. This has been the Ralph's Construction Halftime Report, as we'll have the start of the second half coming up right after this timeout.
KACA.
More and more people are moving to the Preston area to live and retire. Since 1978, Ralph Construction's been building custom homes in the Blue Sage Park community, the only 55-year-old plus community in the city of Preston. Come see the downsized, no-hassle lifestyle that Blue Sage Park offers. Ralph Construction will build to your custom specifications, or you can choose one of their existing floor plans. They're just starting phase 2, so there's plenty of great lots still available. Ralph Construction. Call for more information, 435-232-1837. Lawn care and snow removal included. Blue Sage Park by Ralph Construction, 435-232-1837.
Pain-free and feeling great without the expense and side effects of medications. It is not only possible, but a reality at Fellows Chiropractic. Now with 4 massage therapists and chiropractic available to help you with your relief from chronic pain. Give Dr. Fellows' office a call at 208-852-2240 to schedule your massage therapy or chiropractic session today. That number again is 208-852-2240.
The third quarter is sponsored by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston, Mink Creek.
As we get back and get ready to start quarter number 3, tonight's game is brought to you in part by ChemDry of Northern Utah. Introducing Micro Pro Shield Disinfecting plus Antimicrobial Protection for your home for up to 90 days for a safer home or business and just greater peace of mind. If you live in Cache or Box Elder County, call today, 435-752-6100 for ChemDry of Northern Utah. If you're Coach Tyler Jones and you're leading by 8 coming into the third quarter, what are you telling the guys?
I think you say, leave it all out on the floor in this second half. This is what you want. Close them out at home. You'd rather be up 8 than down 8 for sure, but don't get tentative. Don't play not to lose. Go out and play to win.
If Preston does win, they would punch their ticket to the state tournament, and they would play a week from today, and they would play at 12 noon. They would play the first game of the tournament.
Right.
And they would play the second place team from guess where? The old conference. They would play.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be Minico or Jerome. Possibly.
Yeah, we're not sure who that would be quite yet, but Jerome looks like maybe the best team in that conference, so it could be Minico, Twin, Burley. Of course, we played Twin and Burley twice each this year.
So here we go. Start of quarter number 3, and the ball belongs to the Preston Indians to start the quarter. Gabe Hammonds will bring it in. It's the regular starting 5 back on the floor for Preston. Got to keep an eye on Brandon Hess with his 2 fouls as Harris comes up to the elbow to receive the pass. Get it down low to Knapp. Brecker turns inside, put it up and in.
He's got a size advantage on Bowie in the post down there. Good find.
Sure does. He's got 9, and Preston's lead is 10. 36-26. Payne in the corner. Three-pointer, no good. As from behind, Hammonds comes over the back of Christensen and tries to wrestle the rebound away from him. As the foul will be on Gabe, and that's his second, the first against Preston here in the second half. Payne brings it in underneath his own basket, gets it into Bowie in the left corner. Wants to drive, gives it up, back outside to Williams. Driving against Hess, pulls up, still in the paint, still standing in the paint. And then finally they kick it out. Comes back to Payne in the corner. The three-pointer there by Vaughn is no good. I about lost my mind in the Westside game tonight. They called 2 3-second violations in the space of about 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And finally, a blocking foul as Stephen Roberts was trying to regain his balance, and Brevin Vaughn draws the foul, his second and the first here against Pokey.
Good job by Roberts keeping his dribble alive, even though he's kneeling down on the floor at one point.
So the ball comes into Hammonds. Harris has it back top of the key. Tries to bounce it on a little cut to Hess, and Williams got a hand on it. He's trying to claim it went off of Hess. Officials aren't buying it. With a sheepish grin, Jackson Williams knows to go back to play defense.
So you go right back to Hess.
Comes into Knapp. Harris down on the block, wants to turn. Look out, as he stumbles and falls down. Somehow he got it to Hammonds for the 3. His second, and Joe Green, the head coach for Pocatello, needs a timeout. Preston's lead is 13. It's a full timeout. We'll take it here as well and be right back.
KACA.
A higher level of precision and accuracy, that's what the new Naveo Robotic Assistance System at Franklin County Medical Center provides you. Whether you're in need of revision, partial, or total knee replacement, the new Robotic Assisted Surgery technology at Franklin County Medical Center allow knee surgery candidates the comfort of knowing that their knee surgery will be performed with confidence, improving the function, feel, and longevity of your new knee. Learn more about the new robotics machine at fcmc.org. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
So the big 3 gives Preston a 13-point lead. And this quarter brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, where if you need something to help your car, you might as well go. You could be treated like a friend. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, 17 South State Street, here in the city of Preston.
Well, as you said, Dan, Harris somehow with an assist, he's stumbling out of bounds and somehow flips it to Gabe for a huge 3.
Bowie wants to drive, poked away from behind by Cole Harris.
23,
Hunter Killian's going to come back in as Jackson Williams will come to the bench. Killian has 2 fouls as he comes back onto the floor as they get the ball into Vaughn in the corner. Gives it off, Payne for 3, count it, and the foul.
Let's see if they get Brecker.
Yes, they did. That's 3 on Knapp.
Brecker disagrees with that call, but it's one of those oldest sayings in basketball, Dan. You don't foul the jump shooter shooting a 3-pointer.
I can see Brecker's complaint. They got caught up in traffic. How do you know who touched him?
Yeah. There were 2 Preston Indians there.
So here's Payne to try to complete the 4-point play, and he missed the free throw. Somebody had of Christensen's jersey, I think it was Hess, saved on the floor. It comes back to Pocatello. Back outside to Bowie, another 3, good.
Yeah, so a 6-point possession that time for Pocatello.
That 13-point lead shrinks down to 7 in a hurry. 39-32. 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Shumway comes back to Roberts. Hess has it as he pops up to the free throw line. He's double teamed there and give it back to Roberts. Back outside to Shumway. Inside Hess. Good pass. for the layup. Hess has 4, averages 9.5 in the 2 games against Pocatello. 41-32. As Payne tries to go to the basket, and he's fouled again.
A little bit of a bailout of a call. Payne just flailing around in there, gets the call.
Hess draws the foul. That's 3 on Braden. And that's going to get Rhett Larson back into the game. And Ryan Payne, who missed a free throw a moment ago, misses that one as well.
It's surprising, as good a shooter as Payne is, surprising he'd missed a couple free throws back-to-back.
He's 0 for 3 in the game. So Hess goes to the bench, Rhett Larson back onto the floor. And Payne back to the free throw line. That one's good.
And full court pressure here by Pokey.
As they're able to break it in the front court. Shumway down low. Hammonds wants to back in, shoot over. Bowie uses the glass and gets the basket. Cole's got 16, and the lead back out to 10 again. 43-33. Payne for a long 3, short. As it's overrun inside, Killian had it bounce over his head. Roberts able to pick it up very easily. Walks the dribble back up into the front court. Looks down the right side, can't go there. He's double teamed, so he'll break toward the basket. Bowie breaks the pass up and gets his hands on it, and now puts it to the dribble, races it back up into the front court. He cuts right, holds it there against Roberts. Wants to drive, pulls up at the free throw line. Devon all the way, lay it in. Vaughn has 6. As, boy, the pace is picking up to a frenetic pace as Hammond's inside, fouled on the layup attempt. Who's this on? It's going to go against Payne. His second.
Should be a shooting foul for Hammonds.
And it will be. It'll be 2 shots. And Gabe will go back to the free throw line once again. As he makes the first.
Drew Jones back in the mediums. Evans.
Drew Jones comes back in. Stephen Roberts will leave. As Evans comes back in and Matt Christensen leaves for Pocatello. And Hammonds will go back to the free throw line where he's made 3 in a row so far tonight, make it 4. Gabe has 18 in the game. 45-35. 4:30 to play here in quarter number 3. Payne comes around the screen set by Killian. Backdoor pass is thrown to nobody except the signs hanging on the wall.
Yeah, he had Vaughn underneath, but he threw it too high for Vaughn. I'd like to see Preston slow it down just half a notch here. We don't need to get too sped up with a 10-point lead in the second half.
Hammonds up into the front court. Harris has it at the left elbow. Now steps outside the three-point area. Bounce it down inside. Try to get it to Larson. Good defensive play by Killian to take it away. Back to Payne. Payne wants to drive. And Hammonds reaches in and takes it away. And then a kicking violation against Larson, I believe they're going to call it against, because they're going to keep the ball with Pocatello underneath the basket.
Got to watch the three-point shooters here on this inbounds. Expect to get screened.
One of them's bringing it in, so they bring it into Killian. Down low, tries to hold it there, now puts the ball to the dribble, gives it back to Payne in the left corner. Three-pointer is good. Wow, what a shot.
It's a heck of a player.
He's got 9 on a pair of threes. Harris walks the ball into the front court as we go under 4 minutes to play, halfway through quarter number 3. To Jones. He holds there. Get it back down low on the block. It goes to Harris. Turns inside, goes over Payne, gets the soft roll. Cole with 6 now here in the first half. It goes back to Evans. He fights his way through a crowd and gets the layup. Wrecker Knapp's going to come back in with his 3 fouls as the lead 7 at 47-40. Harris in the corner goes to Shumway. Is pursued by Killian all the way out by the top of the key, and he slips down, and Jones sees him slip and fall and wants a timeout. Timeout called by the Indians. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it here as well, with Preston leading 47-40. 3:15 left to play here in the quarter. We'll be right back.
KACA.
The KACH Cash Magnet Contest is here, and you can win money just by listening to your radio. Simply pick up one of the cash magnets available many places around town and be listening after 7 o'clock each weekday morning as I will call out a 4-digit number. If your magnet has that 4-digit number, you'll have 1 minute and 5 seconds to call the radio station, and you could win the cash jackpot of the day. If no one wins, the cash prize will go up $5 a day. Find a cash magnet, be listening weekday mornings, and get ready to win with FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH.
KACH.
Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, offering many options for all of your insurance coverage. 85 South State Street in Preston, the place to go to get your competitive quote today, or call them at 852-2500. That's 852-2500. Ball belongs out of bounds to the Preston Indians in the front court. Over on the side with a 7-point lead, 3:15 to play here in quarter number 3. As it comes into the backcourt, as it comes to Shumway, Vaughn chases him all the way back there. Now back up into the front court. Harris pops up to get the ball. Backs down in toward the block. He flips it underneath the arm, and the foul is going to be against Ryan Payne. That's going to be 3 on him.
So that's 3 on Payne now.
Cole will go back to the free throw line. 3 against each team. First free throw by Harris is no good as he misses the front end. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto through Mutual of Enumclaw. Naylor Insurance, 153 North State Street in Preston. As Harris misses them both. Rebound off to Payne. 3 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. Payne drives, lay it off down low to Killian. That's got it. Oh, he threw his body into the block. That should have been a charge, and it'll be a blocking foul on Hammonds. Wow.
They've called Gabe for that once or twice tonight.
That'll be 3 on Hammonds. I mean, Killian literally launched himself into it. That should have been a charging foul.
Yeah.
Killian's first free throw is no good. Not that it served him right.
And Tyler Jones over here talking with Gabe, saying, hey, you got 3 fouls, be careful.
Killian makes the second. That's his first point of the game tonight. And it's 47-41. Preston's lead is 6, 2:50 to play here in the quarter. Harris at the left elbow, spins in the paint. I don't know what's going on with the floor tonight, but everybody's having a hard time keeping their footing. Shot is an air ball taken away by Payne. In the front court, it comes to Bowie for 3. Good. That's his third, and it's a 3-point game, 47-44. Somebody needs to tell Cole Harris that little flip shot from his knee is not a quality shot. As Knapp waits for Bowie to fly by and makes the layup.
Yep. Needed that bucket to break Pokey's momentum a little bit here.
Driving, Killian has it in the corner. Back out top to Bowie. Bowie wants to drive, shoots over Harris. No good. Cole has the rebound. Again, here comes Preston under a full head of steam as it comes to Shumway. Slows it down, back to Hammonds. Hammonds pulls up, drives again, around Bowie and gets the layup.
What a play by Gabe. Wow.
Hammonds has 20 and the lead is 51-44. It's back out to 6. 1:40 to play here in quarter number 3. Payne cut off. Another 3-pointer. The short again. The rebound comes to Vaughn in the paint. Put it up and in.
Sometimes those long threes produce unpredictable rebounds, and Pokey got to that one.
Yeah, unpredictable and usually long.
Yeah.
As Jones comes around the screen, Drew driving all the way, gets run into a couple of different times, pulls up, short jumper inside, no good. Tapped, saved by Knapp. He saved it to Harris for the layup. The lead is 7 at 53-46. 1 minute to play in the quarter. Payne driving, gives it back to Vaughn in the paint. Poked away from behind by Jones. It's off of Vaughn and out of bounds. Braden Hess will come back in. Hess with 3 fouls. Gabe Hammonds is going to come out. Gabe has 3 as well. Get him a short little break.
Yep. Get him the last minute of this quarter, and through the quarter break, he'll be back in.
So Knapp walked the ball back up in the front court. It comes to Jones. Back out top to Hess. Looks down low, nothing there. He'll give it back to Harris. Cole driving. Shumway for 3. No good. Tap by Hess. It goes to Jones. Puts it up over Payne for the hoop. Drew Jones makes the lead 9 as they try to bounce it back inside. And again, that's off the hands of Mac Evans. It belongs to Preston with 23 seconds to play in the quarter.
So Jones with a couple good plays in a row. He taps it away defensively down there and causes a turnover, then hits a tough driving layup on the other end.
Cade Jensen will come back in. Ryan Payne will leave with 3 fouls. As Harris walks the ball back up to the front court. 15 seconds to play in the quarter. Cole drives, runs into Williams. Down low, it goes to Hess. A reach-in foul. Or is a foul?
What?
They're going to call that a charge on Cole Harris? Yes, they are.
Oh, wow.
That's 3 on Cole.
Wow.
Bowie and Payne back into the game. As Evans goes back to the bench. Payne pulls up 3, no good. Jones has the rebound with 3, with 2. Knapp lets it go from the backcourt, and it's no good. But Preston leads by 9 through 3 quarters tonight, 55-46. We'll go to the 4th coming up right after this.
KACH.
At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we've been in business since 1948. And while many of the faces may have changed, there's one thing that still stays the same: our personalized customer service. Our customers will always come first, whatever your needs. At Rounds & Associates Insurance, we have many different insurance options and can find the right option for you and your needs. Call us today to find out more. 208-852-2500. 208-852-2500, or drop by the office, 85 South State Street.
There's a special bond between people and their pets. One that's built during playtime, chore time, cuddle time, and of course, lots of meal times. That's why IFA Country Stores carries all the best food for all kinds of pets, whether they're a part of your lifestyle, a part of your livelihood, or a part of your family. IFA Country Stores, helping to grow the things you love.
KACH, mylocalradio.com. KACH.
You get a look at the scoreboard for those watching on My Local Radio. Preston leads by 9 as we start the 4th. 55-46. Payne gives it to Bowie, back to Payne in the right corner. Down low, Williams back into the game, puts it up and in. Jackson Williams has 4 as he gets the layup inside. Backcourt pressure put on by Vaughn against Shumway, who brings the ball back up into the front 47. Comes to Knapp, looks back door where Hammonds is at. As Gabe comes back on the floor to start quarter number 4 here. Harris goes behind the back, top of the key, has to go back and get it. Now gives it back to Shumway. Get it to Hess up at the right elbow. Hess driving on
Good
Williams,
drive.
lay it up, missed it.
I still like the drive, even though the shot wasn't there.
Payne got the rebound ahead to Christensen. Little scoop from behind, no good. Hess hustles up the floor for the rebound, and a foul in the backcourt on Christensen.
Good job after missing that layup to hustle all the way back down and grab the board, Braden Hess.
That's 2 on Christensen, 4 on Pocatello as a team here in the second half. And Gabe Hammonds has it. Nice to see this many people inside the gym as they're ringing the upper walkway like they have in seasons past. Comes to Hammonds on the left side. Gabe working against Christensen. Gets down low, now finds himself in a crowd, gives it to Harris. Back to Hess, lay it in. What a look by Cole Harris to find Hess cutting to the hoop.
Beautiful wraparound pass.
9-point lead again. Vaughn for three. Good. Pocatello just won't go away.
Yeah. If they're three-point shooters, they're dangerous.
Shumway. Hammonds for three of his own. Good. That's 3 threes for Hammonds tonight. He's got 23 as Vaughn goes down, or Payne goes down in the back court. As they're going to call a foul on Cole Harris. That's 4 on Cole.
Yeah, costly foul away from the ball there. Only 4 though. Cole will get a chance to come back in here in a few minutes.
5 on Preston as a team. 60-51. 9-point lead for Preston. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Payne driving all the way. The foul goes up against Hess, and Hess is going to draw the foul. He's saying I had my hands up. He did, but he left the floor in the process. That's 4 on Braden.
Yeah, Payne with another just tough drive and shot. After a slow first half, Payne showing why he's one of the best players in the conference.
Hess will come out. Rhett Larson comes back in. So Larson will muscle up against the big man Jackson Williams as the free throw is good. Payne has 12 now in the game. 60-54, 6-point lead for the Indians after the 3-point play. Knapp comes to Larson. Get it back down low to Hammonds. Gabe on the block, shoots up over Payne. That one won't go down. Stripped away down low. Larson had it, got it back, and he's fouled before he can go up the second time.
Brett Larson doing work in there.
Foul's going to go against Jackson Williams. That'll be his third. That's 5 now on Pocatello. Preston has 7. And Pocatello already shooting 1-1. So here's Brett Larson for his first free throw attempt of the night. That is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, providing the best care in all of the Cache Valley. Franklin County Medical Center, 44 North First West in Preston. Larson makes them both. Eight-point lead for the Indians, 62-54. Payne driving, runs into Larson, throw it up, no good. Christensen with a rebound inside and a holding foul. It's going to be on the floor.
Nobody boxed out.
Larson gets the foul.
They let Christensen sneak in there and grab a rebound because everybody was ball watching instead of blocking out.
Even though it's on the floor, it's the 8th team foul on the Indians, and it'll be 1-1. As Christensen now will go to the free throw line, where he's 2 of 2 so far on the night. So Christensen with 8 points. And the first one is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Fellows Chiropractic. If you've been on the sports field, maybe overdid it a touch, need an adjustment or a massage, Fellows Chiropractic is the place for you. 8 South State Street in Preston as Christensen makes them both. Lead back down to 6. 62-56. 5:20 to play. Hammonds holds it. Free throw line extended left. Larson pops up to the top of the key. Now gives it off to Shumway. Shumway back to Jones. Comes back to Shumway now, the top of the key. Wants to penetrate, thinks better of it as Williams pops out on him. So Shumway backs all the way out near the timeline. Goes to Jones in the corner. He drives. Throw it up and throws it in!
Much needed bucket there to break Pokey's momentum. The freshman, impressive drive.
Fouls on Bowie, just his. They have him with 1 on the board. I have him with 2 on my sheet. Either way, Drew Jones at the free throw line will complete the 3-point play. Back to a 9-point lead again, 56-65. 65-56. Payne drives, Christensen back to Payne. 3-pointer from the left corner. No good. Hammonds with good position inside has the rebound. He'll push it back up into the front court. Comes around the screen by Larson. It goes to Shumway. Back to Hammonds. Gabe with a big game tonight with 23 on the night. 2 points away from a season high as it goes back to Jones on the left side. Jones comes around the screen, driving down the middle, and a foul on Payne, his fourth. He got Jones across the arm.
Yep. Pretty clear foul. I'm not sure why Payne was contesting it.
So here's Drew back to the free throw line again, this time to shoot 2. Drew misses the first. That, I believe, is his first miss on the season. Wow. At the varsity level.
Yeah, first season.
Where he had made 7 in a row before that.
Played a lot of JV ball this year, Drew did.
Makes the second. Drew with 6 in the game, and the lead is 10 points and a timeout called by Pocatello. 4:24 to play. Preston leads by 10, and we'll be right back.
KACA.
In the good old days, you did business with people who treated you well, had a firm handshake, and looked you in the eye. At West Motor here in Preston and Logan, that's the way we did it. Since then, we've grown and added technology, but we didn't leave the good stuff out. We still offer a free car wash when you're in for service. We offer quality Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Ford vehicles. We look you in the eye when we give you our no-charge lifetime powertrain warranty, and we finish every deal with a firm handshake. The good old days were good, and these days are good too. We know we've been here all along. Visit West Motor today.
West Motor Company.
KACH. KACH.
We are proud of what milk can do. It nourishes friendships and partnerships. It nourishes bodies and businesses. It nourishes nonprofits and schools. It nourishes families and faraway lands. As your local dairy producers, we are more than farmers. We are Dairy West.
KACH.
4:24 to play in regulation. Preston leads by 10, 66-56. As Pocatello gets the ball up into the front court. Vaughn pulls the ball back out. Bowie comes to meet it, but then Vaughn goes the other way. Down along the baseline, he gets cut off as it comes back to Payne with 4 fouls. Ryan shoots for 3. Good.
One bounce to the left and up with a jumper. Good defense by Brecker, just better offense.
Payne's got 15 as he's made 3 threes now here in the game. Jones up into the front court for Preston. To Knapp. Knapp will give it to Hammonds. Hammonds with 23 tonight. Season high of 25 back against Burley in the first game of the year. They double team Jones, but he splits the defense and gets out of it. Now back outside to Jones as he gave it up to Knapp momentarily. 3.5 to play. Larson comes out, sets the screen. Shumway goes the other way, all the way, lay it up, and he's fouled.
Strong drive by Traeger Shumway.
Brevin Vaughn draws the foul, his 3rd. And now Shumway will go to the line to shoot a pair. The thing about Pocatello is the first free throw is no good. On the year, they've only averaged 53.3 points per game during the season. That's the lowest of the 3 teams in the conference, but they have 59 already so far tonight.
Yeah, not the low-scoring affair it was in Pocatello earlier.
He missed them both. As the rebound's off to Christensen. In the first half, it comes to Payne. Payne drives, baseline, runs into Hammonds, no good. Rebound is off, touched by Knapp, and goes out of bounds. Hammonds is lucky he didn't pick up a foul.
Yeah, there was some contact on the drive there.
66-59, Preston leads by 7.
You got to watch Payne inbounds and then running to the corner for a 3.
Gets it into Bowie. Bowie will take the 3 himself and hit it.
Wow, tough shot.
He's got 4 from behind the arc tonight, and he's got 14 in the game.
He's pushed in the back.
As Shumway is pushed in the back as it comes to Vaughn. The lead's down to 4 with 3 minutes to play. Back outside to Bowie. He lines up another 3. Good again. Timeout, Preston. And Jones comes out to the officials and say, why didn't you call the push in the middle of the back? And the Jones, of course, the officials, all he says is, you want a full timeout? And Jones says yes. Timeout, Preston. They lead 66-65. We'll be right back.
KACA.
Rounds & Associates Insurance Service is an independent insurance agency with Allstate, Travelers, Auto Owners, Safeco, Progressive, and Nationwide, just to name a few. Stop by the office for your competitive quote today. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call 208-852-2500. Rounds & Associates Insurance, supporting both the Westside Pirates and the Preston Indians on to victory. You've got this. Don't weaken. Rounds & Associates Insurance Service. Call today, 208-852-2500.
KACH.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Webb Funeral Home here in Preston. Remember, their compassionate staff will help you in your time of need. Call 852-0533. That's 852-0533 for Webb Funeral Home. Big second half so far for Pocatello. They've cut the lead all the way down to 1. 66-65. They haven't led since midway through quarter number 2.
And for the Indians, Harris and Hess back in the game.
Harris walks the dribble up into the front court. Give it off to Hammonds. Hammonds works against Vaughn. Wants to drive, gets cut off. He tries to go left baseline, bring it back outside to Harris. Harris runs into the screen, has it taken away by Killian all the way, lay it up and in. Pocatello has the lead for the first time since midway through quarter number 2. 67-65 as Harris is held by Bowie. It'll be 1-1 for Cole. That's 3 fouls now on Julian Bowie.
Talked about free throw shooting throughout this season, and this is when they really count. Last 4 minutes of the game in the district tournament.
2:21 to play. Pocatello leading by 1. Harris to the line, shooting 2. Or 1-1 rather, as he missed the free throw, as that'll be out of bounds off of Hess.
A lot of energy from Pocatello right now as they're up 1 and the ball.
Shumway's going to come back in for Jones. Preston had this same problem the other night against Century. They missed a lot of free throws down the stretch.
Yep.
As it comes into Vaughn, has it in the back court under pressure. Get it up into the front court, comes to Killian. He'll hand it to Bowie. Bowie stands and waits for his teammates to get up and set up the offense. Killian in the corner gives it back to Bowie. 2 minutes to play here in the fourth. 1 point lead for Pocatello. Bowie has to give it off. He gives it to Christensen, top of the key, as it comes back to Payne. Payne driving all the way down the middle. He threw it out of bounds. Charging foul anyway. And for Payne, that is 5.
That's 5. He's out. It was a tough call to foul out on, but Dan, they called Cole Harris for the same call about 3 minutes ago down on the other end.
So Payne fouls out with 1:52 to play.
He had given up the ball, but his momentum carried him forward into Braden Hess.
He leaves with Pocatello leaving by 1. As it comes in to Shumway up into the front court. Hammonds with 23, but he hasn't scored now in almost 5 minutes of playing time. Top of the key, wants to drive on Vaughn, gives it off to Shumway. They'll lob it back inside, bad pass, it's over Hammond's head, and another turnover against Preston. Vaughn up into the front court, works against Shumway. Double team momentarily, hands the ball to Bowie with 1:20 to play. Bowie driving down the middle, pulls up in the paint, throw it in.
Tough shot by Julian Bowie, the freshman.
Pocatello's lead is 3. Hammonds driving and a blocking foul. That'll send Hammonds to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul was on Christensen, his 3rd. In the double bonus, Hammonds will shoot a pair. 1:09 to play.
Just take a deep breath here, bend those knees.
First one is good. Gabe with 24 tonight. Hess is now going to come back and play defense as Shumway's going to come up and take a spot on the lane. And a timeout called here by Pocatello with 1:09 left.
He'd already handed him the ball, though.
As the timeout is taken, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here with a 30-second timeout. Harris can get the lead down to 1 for Preston, for Pocatello. He can make it obviously a 1-point game, as I just mentioned.
Yeah, tough shot by the other end on Bowie. So the Indians need to get a made free throw. Preston Indians, that is, need to get a made free throw and then defend well. You don't need to foul right away. With 1:09 on the clock, you don't need an immediate foul. Just try to get a turnover, play tough D.
Preston's going to come back out with Hammonds, Hess, Knapp, Shumway, and obviously Cole Harris. So Hammonds will go back to the free throw line. Cole can tie his season high if he makes this one. And does.
Full court pressure by Preston.
1:05 to play, a 1-point game. Boy, Bowie almost lost it. Gives it off to Christensen at the midcourt line. Back to Bowie, and a reach-in foul here against Knapp, or against Shumway, rather.
Shumway, yeah, we got Shumway.
And that will be the 10th team foul here the 9th team foul against Preston, on my bad. And Christensen goes to the line to shoot 1-1.
Christensen has hit all his free throws so far this game.
1-point game with 1 minute exactly to play. First one is good. Christensen with 11. He's still only going to be a 1-possession game if he makes it or misses it here. Made it. The lead is 3 with a minute to play. Hold on to your hats. This is going to be quite a finish as Knapp able to chase it down as Evans almost knocked it away from him, and Jones wants a timeout with 49 seconds to play. 30-second timeout taken by Jones, and we'll take this one. We're back in 30 with Preston trailing by 3 with 49 seconds left.
KACA.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
KACH.
So Knapp will bring it in for the Indians. They trail by 3. 49 seconds left. You don't need a 3, but if you get a 2, you got to play defense.
Yep. You got to go pretty quick, get the best shot you can.
Hammonds driving, baseline, can't get a shot. Turns, tries to throw one up. No foul on the play. Ball comes to Bowie. He's stripped down low and a foul.
Gabe got caught up on the baseline, nowhere to go. Took a tough shot.
Holding foul on Brecker Knapp. And you send Julian Bowie to the free throw line. And he can make it a 2-possession game as he's going to shoot 2, as now Preston has 10 team fouls to put Pocatello into the double bonus. 71-68. First one rolls in for Bowie. Gives him 20 in the game.
Pocatello's pulled everybody off the free throw line. You still have to box out the shooter.
Made them both. The lead is 5. 34 seconds. It's a 2-possession game. You need a hoop one way or the other in a hurry. Hammonds from straight away. Won't go down. Ball's tapped from behind. And what do we got? Foul is called by the outside official, and the foul is going to go on Christensen. That'll be his fourth, and it'll send Cole Harris to the line now. Cole can get it back to a one-possession game again with 26 seconds left on the clock if he makes both free throws. First one, no good.
So you need to get this one, and then now you need to get a foul now, Dan, with only 26 seconds to go.
5-point lead, Harris. That missed that one as well. It stays a 5-point lead as Cole tries to save it from going out of bounds. But the ball will belong to Pocatello with 26 seconds left.
Yep, steal if you can get it, foul if not. Try to foul. I'm not sure who you foul. Actually, they're probably all good free throw shooters.
As Bowie has in the backcourt, get it ahead in the front court to Williams all the way. Blocked by Hess, foul by Hess. And for Hess, that's 5 on him.
Yep. 5.
Drew Jones back in.
So Drew Jones will come back. And Williams can basically make this just out of reach by making a couple of free throws here.
Yep.
5-point game. He can make it a 3-possession game with only 20 seconds left. First one, no good.
Yep, Coach Jones telling his guys, get the rebound and push. You got to push, obviously.
Second one, he made that one. Kalian will come back in with a 6-point lead.
So now if you're Pocatello, well, timeout.
Timeout, full timeout called by who?
I think Pocatello, let's see.
Full timeout called by Pokey with 20 seconds to play. They want to figure out what they want to do defensively. So we'll take a timeout and be right back.
KACA.
Saving money by shopping with coupons is finally worth it. You don't have to spend hours looking for places to clip the coupons. They can be right at your fingertips on any smart device. Log into your Stokes Market Rewards account to find dozens of coupons every week. It's so easy you can't afford not to use coupons as you shop. They can help you put your rewards account on your smart device at the service desk at Stokes Market in Preston. Shop, enjoy, save with digital coupons at Stokes Market in Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you and
Preston has the ball in the backcourt. 6-point game, 20 seconds to play. Shumway quickly up into the front court. We'll give it to Hammonds. Wants to drive, gets cut off, dropped the ball, step back behind the arc, put it up. Oh, almost went down for him, but just wouldn't quite go.
He gets fouled on a 3-point shot. I believe he was, behind the line. So
Vaughn called for the foul. That's his fourth. Hammonds now goes to the line to shoot 3. He can cut the lead in half to get it down to 3, but there's only 10 seconds left. First one is good. Gabe now with 26. That's a new season high for him. Makes the second. If he makes this one, he can make it a 3-point game.
Yep. So you don't miss this on purpose. You go ahead, go for the make, then go for a steal.
He made it. He's 3 for 3. You got to get the ball somehow. As immediately a foul as Cole Harris has to come up and commit the foul. That's 5 on Cole. And now they're going to send Matt Christensen back to the line again, who's perfect from the line tonight.
Good job by Pocatello to inbounds to their good free throw shooter who's been hot tonight on the free throws.
Hunter Killian back into the game. Matthew Christensen at the line again. Can make it a 2-possession game again if he makes one of the 2. (74-71). it's good. He's 7 for 7 from the line, and it's a 4-point game again with 8 seconds left.
Well, makes it tough. You've got to get a 3 if you're Preston.
He makes them both again. Lead back out to 5 again. Shumway hurries the ball up into the front court. Gives it to Hammonds, a long 3. No good. Rebound taken away by Roberts. He's able to put it in at the buzzer, but it's not enough as Pocatello does the unthinkable. They beat Century at home and then come in here in the first of 2 championship games. They come in and they beat Preston here tonight as they win it by the final score of 77-74 here this evening. And there will be a 5th and deciding game, and it will be Saturday night. And we'll tell you more about that when we come back on the postgame show. Postgame show is next. Stay with us.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by West Motors, celebrating their 75th year in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce, and now preparing and selling sushi. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Rounds & Associates Insurance Agency, an independent agency with many options for all of your insurance needs. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest. We have all the parts your car may need to keep running strong. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding community since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building new homes in the Blue Sage Park region in Preston. Naylor Insurance, for home, health, life, and auto from Mutual of Enumclaw. Preston Pharmacy, now with their own app to help make tracking your prescriptions easier. Now stay tuned for the postgame show, coming right up.
Sushi, a word that is as fun to say as the food is to eat. Try it. Say sushi. Now run down to Stokes Market and pick up some fresh-made sushi. Yes, I said Stokes Market. They now have the family fresh sushi specialists making outstanding sushi platters and party trays fresh every day. They even make up custom platters so you can get your favorite sushi dishes. Any kind of fish upon request, even vegetable sushi available with no meat. Enjoy the fresh-made platters already available or order the kind of sushi you want. Give them 2 hours and a special custom sushi platter will be waiting for you at Stokes Market in Preston. Go ahead, say it. I know you want to. Sushi, fresh for you right now.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
A proud member of the Co-op. We save you money on advertising and enable you to reach more customers. We are KACH, Preston, Clarkston.
This is the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap tonight's game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at other games from around the area on the Ron Keller Tires scoreboard.
Well, welcome back inside here at Preston Gym as the Pocatello Indians outscored Preston by 9 in the second half, and they win it by 3 tonight, 77-74, to win their 17th game of the year overall.
Yeah, tough loss here for Preston, a game in which the Preston Indians led by 13, I think, at one point, and then 10 points at various points throughout the game. And then Pocatello hit some big threes. Payne and Bowie hit some big shots. Some foul trouble hurt both teams, but really I thought hurt Preston with Hess having to be out a lot of the game in that second half. And then missed free throws down the stretch really hurt Preston, I thought, and just couldn't maintain the cushion and let Pokey back in and let him take a win.
You know, you say that they hit some big threes. They hit a truckload of them. They ended up with 13 threes in the game. Julian Bowie hit 5 of them, and Ryan Payne had 3 before he fouled out.
And for the most part, they were well guarded too. I mean, these were tough shots from well behind the three-point line, and so you just have to, take your hat off when the player makes a great shot over you like that. But disappointing loss for Preston for sure. You wanted to wrap up the district championship tonight on your own floor, not have to go play up there on Saturday, but that's where we are. We are where we're at now, so you got to go get one at Pokey on Saturday to make it to state now.
Yeah, and unfortunately it doesn't get any either. The pit is a tough place to play, and when they get it full of their fans, it gets raucous at times, and now they really have their hands full.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those gut check moments. How do you respond, and how do you come back after a heart-wrenching loss here tonight? And Preston certainly scored enough points to win, Dan. You score 74. That'll win you a whole lot of high school basketball games. Giving up 77, though, of course, that's the problem.
Yeah, it sure is. The one thing that this loss does for Preston, no matter if they make it to state now or not, it guarantees that they'll have their streak of 6 straight seasons with 20 wins or more now snapped. Because if they make it to state, the best they can do now is to win 19.
Yeah. Yep, and the Indians, that is sure a testament to the strength of the program that Tyler Jones and the staff have built, and all the kids that have worked really hard as they've come through. But right now they're just focused on one, and I'm sure that'll be the Saturday night game.
So for Pocatello, we said at the end of the game that they almost did the unthinkable. You got to remember, this is the 44th matchup between the two teams going back to the 2006 season. And Pocatello beat Preston tonight for just the 14th time in those 44 matchups.
And since Tyler Jones has been the head coach, it's been really one-sided, I know, over Pocatello, and they would dearly, dearly love to beat Preston, even maybe more so than Century, although Century's a cross-town rival,
right,
to punch their ticket to state. We've said it all year, there's 3 really good teams in this district. I feel confident that Preston or Pocatello, whoever loses Saturday, could probably win a play-in game if we were afforded an opportunity, but that's not the way it works this year.
No, sure
just
not.
one team.
It's sure not. So the final score, 77-74. Pocatello wins it. We'll come back and look at the stat sheets. I'm not sure if we're going to get a chance to talk to Coach Jones here or not, but so we'll stick around and hopefully we get a chance. As we'll come back after the break and look at the final scoring in the game right after this.
KACA.
This month, our nation celebrates 2 great presidents. At West Motors, they celebrate February with their President's Day event all month long. This month, you'll find prices we're celebrating on all Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles at West Motor in Preston and Logan. Pricing so low, you'll want to stand up and salute. March on in and feel the power of a Ram, the comfort of a Chrysler, the dependability of a Jeep, and the family-friendly Dodge vehicles. Celebrate with win-win deals all month long during the President's Day event at West Motor in Preston and Logan.
This is Ron Smaley from Webb Funeral Home, thanking Preston Indian and Westside Pirate fans for your loyalty over the years. You have helped make Webb Funeral Home Franklin County's most trusted name in funeral services since 1925. Our staff is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to provide compassionate service in your time of need. We also offer a full range of services, including many funeral pre-planning options to meet everyone's budget, an excellent monument selection, and the best aftercare services available. Let us answer any questions you may have by calling 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, since 1925. You know us, you trust us, we're here to stay.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Yeah, the folks filing out here. Big crowd at Preston Gym tonight. We're hoping to see a Preston victory and qualify to punch their ticket for the state tournament once again, but it wasn't to be as Pocatello wins it by 3. Let's look at the scoring first for the Pocatello Indians as Julian Bowie finished the game with 21 tonight. He had 5 threes in the game. Mac Evans finished the game with 4. Matt Christensen was 8 of 8 from the free throw line and finished with 14. He also made a pair of threes in the game. Brevin Vaughn had 11. Ryan Payne fouled out, but he had 15 before he did. He had 3 threes in the game. Cade Jensen had 2. Hunter Killian had 1. And Jackson Williams finished the game with 5. Pocatello was 12 of 17 from the free throw line. And I was a little generous in the last segment. Said they made 13 threes. They actually made 11 from behind the arc. And that certainly was a big help, and they outscored the Indians by 9 in the second half.
Especially, yeah, like I said, in that second half for the Indians, Dan, they go up 55-46 at the end of the third quarter. and then lose 77-74. Overall, the Indians go 22 out of 35 on twos, which is a great percentage. 4 for 10 on threes. 40% is not bad at all. You'll take that. Free throws, the Preston Indians go 17 out of 29, but only 11 out of 19 in the second half, and that was just not good enough to quite get it done. Individual scoring for Preston tonight, I've got Gabe Hammonds with 27 tonight on 5 of 11 on twos, 3 for 8 on threes, and 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Braden Hess goes 3 for 4 on twos, 0 for 1 from the line for 6. Cole Harris 4 for 5 on twos, 1 for 7 from the free throw line for 9 points. Actually, right, that'd give him 9. Brecker Knapp goes 4 for 5 and 3 for 5 from the line for 11. Steve Roberts goes 2 for 3, did not attempt a three-pointer, did not attempt a free throw. He gets 4 points. Traeger Shumway came in, had 5 points, all in that first half off the bench. He goes 1 for 2 on twos, 1 for 2 on threes, and 0 for 2 from the line. Rhett Larson came in with 1 for 2 on twos, 2 for 2 from the line for 4. And to round out the scoring, Drew Jones, a freshman, came in off the bench. He goes 2 for 3 on twos, 2 for 3 from the line for 6 points. And the Indians, again, 74 is not bad. 11 out of 19 from the line, though, not great there in the second half, and that played a part in allowing Pokey back in the game.
Yeah, we've seen that, unfortunately, before, where they not able to hit free throws in the important part down in the last minute and a half of the game or so, as they were able to, they being the Pocatello Indians, go on and pick up the victory here tonight with the win. And they'll host a 5th game coming up on Saturday. And that's not going to be an easy task to go into Pocatello and win a game.
No, not at all. And of course, you know, that's always a tough place to play, but especially when they have a good team, right? It's always tougher. Yeah. And you just have to buckle down and redouble your efforts. I think everybody's still pretty healthy. You've got a couple days layoff, so tired legs shouldn't be a problem. You just go out and do what it was that got you the 10-point lead, and see if you can close them out on their home floor and go to state.
No, you're absolutely right. Still waiting to see if Coach Jones comes out of the locker room. We'll take our last time out. We'll come back, get some final thoughts from Lyle, and see if we get a chance to talk to Tyler Jones when we come back right after this.
KACA.
Saving money by shopping with coupons is finally worth it. You don't have to spend hours looking for places to clip the coupons. They can be right at your fingertips on any smart device. Log into your Stokes Market Rewards account to find dozens of coupons every week. It's so easy you can't afford not to use coupons as you shop. They can help you put your rewards account on your smart device at the service desk at Stokes Market in Preston. Shop, enjoy, save with digital coupons at Stokes Market in Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and
KACH.
Well, still don't see Coach Jones coming out of the locker room. Some of the players starting to trickle out slowly. But let's move forward here from Lyle and get a couple of final thoughts from you on this game tonight.
Yeah, like I said, you know, everything's still ahead of you for the Preston Indians. You still have a chance to go to state and meet that goal. Not ideal to not pick up the win tonight, but you get another shot at them, and, you know, you try to work your game plan. Again, I think the game plan was good, produced a sizable lead, and then just let them creep back in and grab a win here on you. So, you know, heads up, I think, is the message from the coaches. Keep your head up, keep your eyes up, get back into the gym tomorrow, and get ready to try to be sharp Saturday night.
And looking over, I don't see Coach Jones coming out of the locker room. So we'll go ahead and we'll close out tonight's broadcast here. And just thank you, Lyle, for again, for another great game here tonight. Unfortunately, didn't come out the way the Indians would like to see it end.
No, always a pleasure to be with you, though. Great atmosphere tonight and a hotly contested game. A lot of fun. Too bad Preston came out on the losing end.
Yep, so our next broadcast will be Saturday evening as the Indians move to the final game of the district tournament. We'll have full coverage for you on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH radio, starting with the pregame show Saturday night at 6:45 and the tip-off at 7 p.m. from the pit. at Pocatello High School. That'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly, and our cameraman for our coverage on MyLocalRadio.com has been John Slaughter. We'll remind you of the final score. Pocatello comes into Preston Gym and picks up the victory to force this fifth and deciding game as they win tonight 77-74 over Preston. Until next time, for Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for joining us, and have a very pleasant good night from here at Preston Gym.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.